Plus it sets them off, I think. So it does.
Afternoon, Gary. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're right, Steph.
Sorry, I forgot to press the button. You've been spent past 5 minutes talking to yourselves.
Eh?
Sorry, I forgot to press the live button.
All right. Hello,
Right,
folks. What we're going to be doing today is what we said we're going to do over the weekend was start how to do a picture frame diorama. And what I'm going to be doing is we SES cheap by Rubicons. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a scene where they were actually, some of them were captured and tortured by the SS in France before D-Day. And that's what I'm going to be doing along with these wee figures by Rubicon as well. I've never done a Rubicon's kit, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it progresses. And as I said, picking up this wee picture frame, I think it was 175 in Asda. And what I done there was I took out the whole glass, paper, everything like that there, and I cut a wee bit of white polystyrene to fit inside it, and I just ran the hot glue gun right round it there. So that's how far I've got up to so far.
Are you going to be digging into that polystyrene, Gary?
I don't know yet, Steph. I'm probably not that much because it's only a 156 scale wheel yoke.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of just running a muddy track down it and putting static grass around it, bushes and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
And having the figures out in front of it patrolling.
Yeah. What I would do is, have you got any polyfiller?
No.
Get some polyfiller and just put a thin layer over it. Get a pair of gloves on, put a thin layer over it, roughly. Give it 10-15 minutes and then get some water. Rub it down so it smooths it out, and then you can run your fingers along it to simulate the track.
Yeah. I must get some of them.
Yeah, a bit of depth.
Yeah. So, Steph, what are you going to be doing?
I've decided to do this one.
Oh, nice to have. Yeah.
So that's the one I'm going to be doing. I haven't got my frame yet, but I'll probably pop out to either Asda or Hobbycraft and get one there. And probably do something similar to what you're doing. Just have a track. I'll probably have the roof down and just have one bloke driving it.
Yeah.
Unless I can get hold of an 88. Have the crew all in it, in Luftwaffe uniforms, and hook up the 88 to it. 172nd 88. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I would get it.
Cool. I've got a couple of comments. Noel McElpatrick, hi chaps. Dave McElhinney, hi guys, looking forward to the show. And Noel McElpatrick, here. Is Dave back yet?
Dave? No, obviously not.
Yep.
So you can pick these wee picture frames reasonable and cheap up. So I've never built a Rubicon kit, so I'm quite looking forward to it.
Cool.
Hopefully I don't cut my finger live on the show.
Well, you did it off the camera. Luckily, mine stopped bleeding now.
Yeah. I don't mind finishing off models for heroes anyway. So yeah, that's just a wee bit of masking tape. Around the sides to protect the frame, and you can pick up a wee cheap hot glue gun to seal it all right round. So that there's the start of the actual process of starting a wee base off in a picture frame. Obviously, what's also a good idea is maybe to draw things out on a sheet of paper or actually on it, where you want things to go. Like probably make the track down here. Have this whole area, trees, shrubs, all right round it. I'll be doing the trees out of. Let me see. Oops. There you come on, back on. That's it. I've been making the trees out of these wee bios here. You can pick a pack of these wee trees that you make up yourself, and I don't know, let's see, can I get that position better? I'll have them, say, one there. I have another one there. And then maybe have the third one over and about here. So it'll be something like that there.
Cool. Are you going to have bushes?
Yeah,
Hedges?
hedges, bushes right round, a wee forestry bit where 2-2 was when they landed in in France, to create havoc behind the enemy lines, the run up to D-Day. So yeah, that's hopefully what it'll look like after I get it all finished. It'll be a couple of Sundays away, but that's what I'll be working on with our Sunday shows.
Nice. Right, Noel has said good kit, Steph. Thank you. David McElhenney. Your pictures aren't sharp today, but maybe it's my end. Give me a sec. Yeah. Come on. There we go.
Oh, looks sharp. Maybe they're just having a bad day. There's quite good detail in them Rubicon kits.
There's a lot of good detail. And the thing is, if you've never built a tank before, they're very good because the tracks come already done.
Yeah.
I I can build a tiger tank in an hour and a half.
That's quick.
Yep.
So, if you have any comments for us, boys, don't be afraid to let us know. We have 4 people watching.
Yep. Cool. Noel Michael Factory says it's good here, Davey. So, what were you drinking last night? Hooch? Poutine?
So yeah. I can see why Rob likes these so much.
Yeah, they are very, very easy to do, aren't they?
Oh, sorry about that. That was a friend of mine from my model club bringing back my Jerry Anderson box set.
Which ones?
Nice.
It's pretty much everything, Steph. Yeah,
Right.
it's from the earliest one, Torchy the Battery Boy, from the mid 1950s, right the way up to the one with Stanley Unwin, which was a bit of a or pretty much every Super Mario Nation thing that was ever done.
Wasn't that the detective one? The robot detective?
Oh, Dick Spanner.
That's the one.
No, didn't have any of those. No, unfortunately. No
I-
Terrorhawks. It's all basically all the Super Mario Nation stuff. So up to
Right.
the early 70s, all the Captain Scarlet, Thunderbirds. Well, it's a book. It's like a set called just filmed in Super Mario Nation. So there's a book about all the different programs. Oh, it's excellent. Really good.
Cool. I've PM'd you.
Okay. Let's have a look. I might go offline.
Okay.
No, I'm still here. Oh God, this hand. I tell you what, as the hand sanitizer, I think it's the same stuff that you could drop in Vietnam. God.
What, Agent Orange?
Sorry?
Agent Orange.
Napalm. God.
Near, I'm
Stink.
not attached to your palm. Gary?
Yes, Steph.
Can you do that blowjob somewhere else?
A blowjob.
You can go.
Oh, right.
Come again?
Yep.
What I keep saying to you. Is your dearly beloved with us today?
No, she's working.
Oh, so there's no point in us dropping you in it today then?
No.
It's going to be a pretty quiet show then.
She's working to 10 to 7.
Is it very far away where she works, Gary?
No, it's only about 15 minutes away from the house.
Okay. Well, she just get a cab, does she?
No, her father brought her in this morning.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, I nearly bought a Bandai B-Wing last night, but I didn't.
You didn't do a Gary then?
Sorry?
You didn't do a Gary?
Oh, I come I be brought into this.
Because I've never heard you nearly buy something.
Yeah, they buy it or you don't buy it. That's the way I look at it.
It's amazing because I've had a couple of beers as well, and that's normally fatal. I'm like my own secret Santa. There'd be a couple of days, there'd be a knock at the door. I'm like, oh, no, it's this. And someone will have turned up. I'm like, oh, I remember ordering that.
So it's a good way of getting yourself something for Christmas, Dave.
It is. Yeah. Just need to drink a bit more next weekend. I'm obviously slacking.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
What?
Sorry, Steph?
At least you're going to get something you want.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I just thought, don't know if anyone's interested, a good way for weathering guns. When I did his blast, I painted with Citadel Lead Belcher, which is the darkest steel tone they do, and then give it a dry brush with Mithril Silver. The new one, which is Runefang Steel, and then a couple of washes of Citadel Nuln Oil Black or any black wash, and you get a really nice kind of used looking effect.
Cool.
Okay, where did that go down?
Yep. Was it that thingy that I got just before the show? Yep, that'll be Gary bending down. Which means, can he get up? Who'll give me a tenner that Gary won't get up? You made it back up, Gary?
Yes, just about.
Damn, there goes a tenner.
Like getting up and down's not good for you.
Yeah, David McElhenney says he's watching on the phone. The picture is fine on it. Cool. Stick it on your big TV, Davey. You can have us in 4K. Keeping you up again, Dave?
Yeah, up at the crack of dusk.
It's all that beer you're drinking.
Yep. Yep. Oh, it's lovely stuff, though. I think Colchester Brewery's my favourite. All the local breweries, I think. Yeah, their stuff's the best.
Romana Modelers, EC, brought to you by Colchester Brewery.
Oh, yeah. Other breweries are available. Sorry.
Yeah, if they get a sudden influx of requests from Northern Ireland, you want to contact me with those.
Well, yeah. Good luck getting it over there. I mean, yeah, the beer's lovely. I think the company organisation leaves a bit to be desired.
No, thanks for sponsorship.
Yeah, well, beer sponsorship wouldn't be a very good idea, I don't think.
Yeah, very true. I keep forgetting about that because I don't drink.
Well, as I said, we've had this conversation. I've got a healthy respect for alcohol. You know.
Things that I found that I'm on tramadol, and I'm
Right.
one of those unusual people. Tramadol doesn't make me sleepy or tired or anything like that. It does exactly the opposite. It makes me hyper.
Right.
And I found that if I have a beer when I'm on tramadol, all of a sudden the pain just disappears.
Right.
And when I first did it, I thought, oh, I'll have a quick pint. Went home. All of a sudden, I'm jumping around the room, and Lisa's going, "What the hell's going on?" I said, "I don't feel any pain." She said, "You'll feel it in the morning."
Yeah. Yeah.
And she said, "What happened?" I said, "Well, it's quite scary." And she went, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I had a beer, and then after about 5 minutes, all the pain disappeared." And she went, "Oh my God!" And I went, "I know." I said, "I won't drink again," and that's it. I have the occasional one or two, probably at Christmas.
Right.
And that'll be it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's something about the American Civil War, wasn't it? That's what you got. You got half a bottle of whiskey, didn't you?
Yeah.
As a anaesthetic. Oh.
There's half a bottle of whiskey. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you on the other side, hopefully.
Yeah.
We used to carry brandy in the team medics packs.
Yeah, did that make the Randy?
No, just when every time you want to look for it, it was never there.
Because Gary had drunk it all.
No, never liked brandy.
What was your tipple then? Whiskey? Pachin?
Whiskey.
What, Bushmills?
No, John Powers.
What's that, an Irish whiskey?
Yeah. But then I got violent with it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
Spirits are, yeah, that's a whole different ball game. Talking of which, I've just ordered some more airbrush cleaner. This is yeah. Yeah, I said e-models are saying I ordered it. They're like, we'll get it to you as soon as we can, but we're snowed under with orders at the moment. So nice to see at least someone's doing you know, getting something out of this situation.
Yeah, I was in my local shop, my local hobby shop yesterday. I was talking to him, and he said, "Yeah, business is mental, absolutely mental."
Well, Hobbycraft, there was a queue. This when they were rationing how many people could go in. There's an industrial estate, trading estate just down the road, and the queue must have been, I don't know, good 30, 40 feet. Again, because obviously people are stuck at home looking for things to do.
And he said, a lot of people come in and say, "Oh, I'm getting back into the hobby again. I haven't done it for X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada." And he gives some advice, and people are saying, "So what YouTube channels should I watch?" And he's saying, and we got onto that, and he's very much of the similar opinion to me. I would rather watch somebody who highlights all their mistakes than somebody who goes through it and doesn't show their mistakes. Don't get me wrong, Asmo is brilliant. He's an amazing modeler, but he very rarely shows his mistake. Night Shift was the same, but his most recent video, he's started to show his mistakes, which I think for people who are starting back in the modelling is brilliant. It's like he said, the what was the show on TV about making the train models on Channel 4?
Oh,
the Great British Model Off.
Yeah.
Something like that. He said that was great for modelling because people would look at that and go, you're professional modellers and that's what you're turning out. I can do better than that.
Yeah.
And it gave people an incentive to do it. It gave people the idea that actually, yeah, I can do this.
I'd say Quick Kits is a really good one when you're starting out. Yeah, the young fella that does it.
Yeah, the ethics one.
Oh, yeah. His YouTube channel, Quick Kits, but he does because he only paints with a brush.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
he was on Model Series of the week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's the fella. Yeah, he's worth a watch.
Seven people now watching.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Let us know what you're building. Oh, good God.
Sorry, Steph. Sorry. I'll keep an eye on the comments if you want.
Can do if you want to. This bloody
Sorry, Steph.
If you're reading the comment, I'll say it afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, it says Lewis Williamson Heil. Hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. Man, this Hasegawa kit, they've put on the screw, or screw, whatever you want to call it, that cogged wheel, you put the joints onto the cogs. So it's an absolute nightmare. I think 6 months ago, I'd have just gone in and gone snip, and then gone, oh God, realise what I've done. I don't think people realise who are watching this and watching us. This has actually been, I feel personally, this has been very beneficial for me. I've had to slow down because I'm showing people how I do things, and it's made me stop and think about what I'm actually doing, which is brilliant. I don't know how you feel, Gary.
Yeah, you're not rushing anymore.
No.
You're thinking more actually of what you're building.
Yeah.
And you're actually doing a wee bit of maybe more research and stuff before you jump into it.
With this one, no. I just jumped into it. But I will do some research because I don't know whether to do it with an 88mm or not. I think I might do it with an 88 because that would look quite nice, I think.
Are you doing the Panther, Steph? Sorry, I'm on the comments at the moment.
I am on the Sunday morning show with Malcolm and Gary.
Okay.
It was a choice between the Panther and this for today, and I think what swung it for me was the Panther is a bit too advanced at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So just keeping it simple. But I think said we had a guy turn up at one of my sessions on the first one. He said, "I'm not here to model. I'm not here to talk about my shit. Excuse my French. I'm just here to meet your fellow members and get them to come and join my group." And I went,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, what's your group?" And he told me what it was. I'm not going to say what it was because it will highlight who he is. And he sat around, we talked and we chatted, and he decided to come back the following week. So I said to him, "So if you could build a model kit, what would it be?" And I went, "Well, not that I'm going to build one, but I love the A10. And okay, cool. Well, I look in the stash and I had an A10 172nd. I said, "Here you go." Gave it to him. He said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can build it." And he opened the box and he looked at it and he went, "I'm not going to build that." I said, "Why not?" He said, "It's too small for me. I need something bigger." Well, okay, fine. That's not a problem. Let me have a look. So I rang round, spoke to quite a few of the volunteers, and we managed to get him a 148.
Uh-huh.
And he built that. And next thing I know, bumps into him and his wife in Asda. And she looked at me and she went, "So you're the one I've got to blame?" I'm like, "You what?" "You're the one I've got to blame." I'm like, "Why? What have I done wrong?" And she started to chunder at me. And I said, "So what's your problem?" She said, "You're costing me so much money. He's now buying all these kits, yada, 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 yada." And she said, "Actually, I don't mind, because for the first time in his life, he's gone to the doctor to speak to the doctor." And
That's
that's all
good.
modelling and being in the environment with the rest of us.
Good.
That's the power of modelling.
I was going to say, I did this is years ago. Good heavens, it was about 7 years ago. I did a figure painting demonstration in Hobbycraft with a mate of mine. And he's like talking to the manager, and she said, "What we notice is that you get a couple come in, and the husband will be looking really fed up, like he just doesn't want to be there. And his wife will come in, and she might, go get some needlework supplies, and you'll see he'll be trailing around, and then you'll get to the Airfix aisle and his eyes will light up."
Yeah.
and next thing you know, she'll be buying whatever, and the husband will have like an Airfix model tucked under his arm, and then next week it'll be the husband dragging the wife in because he needs paints and stuff like that. She said I thought it was just me, but she actually was talking to the other store managers, saying, "Yeah, it just happens on a regular basis."
Yeah.
So,
And the thing is, though, it's happening more and more now.
oh yeah, yeah.
Hobbies. And a lot of blokes are returning back to modelling.
Well, it had a resurgence around, it was the recession around 2008, because it's it's what they called, well, the whole arts and crafts thing, and it was a pocket money hobby, is the way I looked at it.
Yeah.
Almost, but and again with this lockdown and what have you, people are looking at inexpensive ways of passing the time, and this is, relatively speaking, one of them.
Right. Give me a sec. Be right back. Just got to put the oven on.
Okay. But it is a great way to spend a couple of hours.
Yep. 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 So it's far worse ways of passing the time.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, careful. Slightly drunken Boba Fett.
Oh,
sorry, Gary. Sorry.
Oh, no. Well, I suppose there is worse ways you could spend your time.
Oh,
Staff has a power cut.
Davey McElhenney says it certainly helps slow my racing mind down. Totally relax when modelling. Yep, good. Glad to hear it, Dave. So I remember one of the sessions we did just before lockdown. One of the beneficiaries was sat there and modelling away, and he looked up and he said, "What time is it?" And we're like, 2 o'clock. And he's like, "Blimey," he said, started at 12. He's like, it's the first time in a long time I can remember that I've lost track of time because I'm not sitting there thinking about stuff, And it surprised him. He was just like, I thought I'd been doing this for like 45 minutes and it's been nearly, 2 hours.
But you sort of do lose track of time when you're at this.
Definitely. Excuse me.
What are you going to do after that one, Dave?
I think I'd do that post-apocalyptic diorama, I think. I was going to do that next, but I can't really figure out how I'm going to paint, I want to have an idea how I'm going to paint it before I get started. And I think it's after one of our sessions, I think at the end I was working on that, and then I just started looking at this kit, and 4 hours later it was built. So I thought, because I'm taking a week off next week, so nice to get. I want to get this done. I want to do a video and tutorial on it, and I've got a couple of articles I need to get done for the one for the F18 and one for the Y-wing as well. So it's the first time I've actually ever been ahead of schedule. I thought I'm sure I can find some way to ruin that, but yeah, it's just a week. Said just finishing off some stuff. So David McElhenney says happened to me like during the week. Started 8 p.m. Alison came down at 1:30 a.m. to see if I was okay. We both laughed. Yeah, easy done. I was going to make myself a coffee. I'll be back in just a minute.
No problem, Dave. I have to say these wee Rubicon kits are nice to work with.
See. So Lewis says I have to go to bed with the wife because if she leaves me doing my model, she knows I won't go to bed. Julian, Gary Davis, hello chaps, hello Julian.
Hello, Julian. Back staff. Hello, staff. You mustn't be fit to hear us. Hello, staff.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. We had a
You have what, staff? No, staff still not.
Hello?
Hello, staff.
Hiya. Sorry about that. We had a circuit breaker go here.
Oh, nice.
Can you hear me, Gary?
Yes, staff, can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah, sorry about that. We had a CB go here. Circuit
Right.
breaker go. And everything, the router and all the network connections and everything drop completely and utterly. And it's a nightmare. And the router keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down till it finally stops messing around. So hopefully that should be that.
Yeah. Well, you hope.
So again?
You hope.
Yeah. Only goes occasionally.
Julian Gary Davis, still as rough as a badger's bum. Sorry to hear that, Julian.
Any excuse not to come on the show?
Suck it up.
Yeah, wrong place to expect any sympathy.
Yep. He's a wannabe Air Force anyway. The Army Air Corps.
Oh.
I'm sure there'll be some form of retort coming down the line any second now.
Oh, well, Julian says, I'd rather be on the show.
Well, hopefully you get better soon, Julian. All I seem to have done today is sand wheels.
So, Julian Gary Davis says, so do I.
Right, Gary?
Oh, yes.
It was a very big sigh.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get up and make myself a cup of coffee. Money I have to remember.
Oh, bless. Is Julie not there?
No, she's working.
Oh, bless you. Does that mean you've got to do your own? Oh,
Yeah.
mate. Gutted for you. Not.
Oh, me, eh? I'm going to have words with her.
You need a butler, Gary. That's what you need.
Yeah, but his butler's gone to work.
Oh, true. Yeah. Another butler. So, Julian Gary Davis. Davis at Boba Fett. Yes, it is, Gary. Yeah, that's the Bandai kit. Highly recommended. Here we go. Davey McElhenney. At least the Air Corps or his pickups, other branches dropped off, but pickups were dodgy. Lewis Williamson. I feel your pain, Gary. It's the second day in a row that I really regret saying, "Oh, I'll keep an eye on the comments." I went my blood run cold when Julie came on yesterday. Julian Gary Davis, true that, Davey.
So, what's on your benches at the moment, guys? Noel, Davey, Julian. Not going to ask you, Lewis, because I know what's on yours. No, Gary, you shouldn't have gone. Should we leave him in there, Dave?
What's that?
Leave Gary in the green room. Get your fingers out.
Sorry, I was stretching my fingers there.
Bad boy. In green room, 30 seconds. What was that, Gary? I missed that.
My fingers are very sore. You see, I'm stretching them here.
Yeah, I can smell the bullshit from here.
Hand signals, you make know how to use hand signals, but.
Yeah, I can use hand signals. I can tell a pilot to fuck off. Sorry, excuse my French. I really didn't mean that.
Okay, so Lewis Williams says, "What's on mine, Steph?" Yeah, what's on yours, Lewis?
Oh, we know what's on Lewis's. It's a 1 to 350 scale paper model of a battleship.
Ooh.
Yes.
moving on swiftly. Julian Gary Davis, Islander Vigan, and ME410 all on hold. ME410's an interesting aeroplane.
Oh, yeah.
The night fighters were, Well, I like all that late war German Luftwaffe stuff. I think very interesting. I've got an Arado 234 night fighter to do at some point.
Oh, nice. How did you get to have a look at Scotty's 163?
No, I didn't. No.
Have a look. It looks awesome. It's looking really, really good.
Oh, I would do.
I've
David
a Land Rover
McElhenney,
there at
I'm
some
actually
stage.
spraying cut-off bottoms of mineral bottles, making poppies. Interesting.
Cool. What did you say, Gary?
I've a Land Rover there at some stage too.
What?
Whenever I get round to it. Right, I have to go now and make myself a mug of coffee because there's nobody here to make me a mug.
Can you see that, Gary?
Yes. What's that? See that?
Oh, yeah, go now, Gary, before I read this next comment. Lewis Williamson, does that mean you three have got your 350th papal? But oh, no, sorry, StreamYard's cutting out. I didn't get the end of that comment.
Where do you live, Lewis?
There you go. Look, this is the closest thing I got, Lewis. There we go.
Oh, your lunar lander.
Yeah.
Mark?
Afternoon.
What time do you call this?
Sorry?
What time do you call this?
Nearly 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gary?
Yes, Steph?
Go away.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Rob Tonks, hi. Oh, sorry, can't come on, had a bad day, but chilling now, building the 135th Valentine by Tammy. Another very nice kit that I'd like to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, with that weird blue and sand camo scheme, I think they look excellent.
Oh, yeah, that camo scheme's awesome.
Oh, boy, give me ideas now.
Yeah, I use that because I play World of Tanks, and I like that camo scheme on my Cromie.
Yeah.
I've got that on the Cromwell, and it looks...
I did it on when I did the Matchbox LRDG set, I did the Chevrolet truck with that scheme.
Oh, nice.
But that was fun, airbrushing that in 1/72 scale.
Oh,
but Julian Gary Davis, you are a mug. I don't know who that could be directed at anyone on here, Gary.
Well, you are a mug. I think that's aimed at Gary. But
Really?
hey, Gary's gone. Now we've got the proper modelers on here.
Ooh. Julian Gary Davis, good job it was late in the war. Yeah, I always thought that, Gary. If they'd had all those planes a year earlier, it could have been really a different matter.
His downfall was he put everybody against each other. Rather than saying, right, we're going to concentrate on this one and perfecting it.
Well, it was cronyism as well. I think it's just if you it's like Willie Messerschmitt was a full-on party man, so he got the first first refusal on projects, where Kurt Tank was just an aircraft designer. He missed out. Well, you say he missed out, but then again, I mean, stuff like the FW190 was so good that they just couldn't ignore it almost.
Yeah.
But I was reading about like the ME262. Hitler insisted it had to be a ground attack aircraft, which is
stupid.
silly. Yeah. So they spent a year, and I can't remember what they're called. They had a squadron of them. And I can't remember something like the wheat bombers they call them, because you don't necessarily want a ground attack aircraft to be fast like the A-10.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that wasted a whole load of time. But they were saying, was it Eric Winkle Brown in his book Wings of the Luftwaffe? He said that I'm glad the Meteor never went up against the ME-262, because I think the ME-262 would have run rings around it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, they daren't put it into the theatre. I think the closest it got to the front line was Holland.
What, the 262?
No, the Meteor.
The Meteor, yeah, chasing V1s, wasn't it? That was
yeah. Wasn't even very good at that.
Yeah, but then I think as it went on, I mean, it was in RAF service till, well, for a long time, wasn't it? The Meteor.
Yeah, it was. But they ironed out all the wrinkles then.
Yeah. Well, I think it was because I think the 262 was a dedicated jet fighter, where the Meteor was effectively a prop design with jets stuck on it. But
yeah.
The Meteor's still in service.
It is, isn't it?
Sorry, Mark?
The Meteor is still in service.
Really? You haven't?
Yeah. Martin Baker.
And with Quintec, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, it's like the Canberra. That's still NASA still use them, don't they?
Well, they use it. They call it the Martin B-57.
Yeah, Canberra built under license. You've almost got a squint and you can see it's a Canberra, but it's interesting that they're still using it. I've got a Martin B-57 Vietnam scheme to use.
Cool. Oh, see, Gary's still not back yet.
Judy and Gary Davis, he was also concentrating on bombers. Yeah, they never had an effective 4-engine bomber, did they, the Luftwaffe? So that was another downfall.
Is that you sounding, Mark?
Yeah, it is. If it's too much, I'll mute.
Yeah, if you could, please, mate. Thank you very much, Lee.
Yeah, there used to be where the air cadets had a Meteor target tug parked in the grounds of the just next to the where they'd meet up. I think it was around after September the 11th, the RAF took it away, so they didn't want to, people to have what anyone could do with a Meteor that hadn't flown in 40 years. I do not know, but there we go.
Yeah, I think it was more along the lines of not making them a target.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, that's why they took all the stuff back.
Oh, I see. But yeah, that was one of the guys in one of the local clubs did a really nice little vignette of it.
Cool.
Because I mean, it was in a sorry state. It stood there for about 25, 30 years.
Mm.
And they moved it, and they moved the air cadets meeting hall. When they moved it, they built some new houses, and it's actually called Meteor Way, which was a nice touch.
Cool. Gordon Bennett, has he gone to Colombia to get the business? He's probably got sidetracked by a Land Rover.
Where's he buggered off to?
Colombia to get his beans for his coffee. How are you getting on with yours, Mark?
All right, I'm in two minds whether to change it slightly
Oh,
and have the engine enclosed.
Can you do that now?
Can if I pull off all the after detail at the top of the engine.
Oh dear. After you spent all that time doing it.
Well, even if I just rest the panels on top of, they still don't meet up. So obviously that's with the extra, because it won't sort of like lay down, sit down on it properly.
Yeah.
So
So what were you going to do initially?
just have the engine and gun bays exposed.
And you're not going to do that now?
Gun bays I'll leave exposed.
Okay. So what's changed your mind?
Well, it's not going to be done as a diorama or anything, so I can't exactly use it as or do it as, you know, like an aircraft being after flighted.
Well, why not? Why can't
There's nothing stopping me.
But it's up to you. Do you want to do that?
Precisely. This is it. It's personal preference.
Yep. I'm just making a suggestion, that's all. I'm not saying you have to do it.
No. I know, mate. I know.
Is there an issue with the engine covers then, Mark?
Not so much an issue with the engine covers. It's with the amount of detail on the engine. The covers won't fit anyway.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
It's all got to do with the modeler as well, Dave.
Taylor knows of him, Mark.
I'm not. So you can see the engine's quite detailed. But if you just rest the cowlings on, the three-part cowling, it doesn't marry up.
Yeah. Does anyone do any aftermarket ones, I wonder? I wonder, because obviously I bet you're not the first person that's had that issue. I'm wondering if anyone does any like thin, like resin covers or anything.
Oh, Mark.
Ooh, Steph.
Do you want some of that copper plate? Really, really fine copper plate. About. Give me a second. I'll measure it for you.
While you're at it, Julian Gary Davis says Gary's growing the beans.
Yeah,
David McElhenney, maybe he's got run over by a Land Rover.
He may have gone out shaking the beans.
Julian Gary Davis, big Tammy and Mozzie as panels with tiny magnets to hold them up. You were talking about this last night, weren't we, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spitfires are the same. Yeah, it's a good idea, that.
Mark.
Yep.
This is under 0.2 of a mil.
No, that'll be too thin, because all I need it for is just the contacts if I decided to stick a motor in it. But as I haven't motorized this one, then...
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about remaking the panels with this.
Oh, sorry. Well, that'd be an idea. Thank you. Good idea.
Right. Chuck us your address and I'll send you a chunk up.
I shall.
It won't be enough for the panels. It'll just be a chunk.
It's all right. I'll beat it out myself.
Ooh, you're going to put one out.
We don't wish
I
to know.
realise
Thank
what
you.
I just said there.
It's a family show.
Yeah, sorry, chaps.
What you get up to your own private times. Sorry.
I'm actually starting to get a bit worried about Gary now.
Yeah. Well, he only popped out for a quick cigarette, has he?
Well, even that,
Yeah, I know.
he's probably testing us just to see how long we can last without him.
Davey McElhenney says keep it clean. Yeah, bit late for that, Davey.
Right. Give me a sec, just got to go and put the chicken in the oven.
Sorry.
If that's what he decides to call it, then who are we to
Yeah.
complain?
Just got to go and do a bit of chicken basting.
Oh, as long as he's not choking it.
Oh dear. I sent my mate that John Lewis
Yeah.
video. You like, yeah, very good. You see the one? I'll forward the one that Gary sent to me. Did he send it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I can sympathise with that. Davey McElhenney, I don't know what come over me. I beg your pardon. Oh dear. Yeah. Come on, Gary. What do you use as a gloss coat, Mark, before you apply your decals?
Humbrol Clear.
Okay. Right.
I've heard mixed reports about it, but I have had absolutely no trouble whatsoever with it.
Right. Because I was using the Alclad. I'm not sure. I think I might be just being a bit impatient. I think you've got to. It takes a good day or two. It's dry within like a couple of hours, but it's a good day or two before it cures.
Yeah.
Um,
No, like I say, I've had absolutely no trouble with Humbrol.
Oh, is he back yet?
no.
Okay. Have the cartel got him?
Someone want to give him a ring.
Yeah.
Someone to give him a ring. Davey McElhenney says, got a good tip, use guitar string for aerials.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing like playing with a good G string.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it makes a change from Gary's knicker elastic.
Yeah, there is that.
Hey?
No answer. Has anybody got his mobile number?
No.
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, give me a sec. Now, can you check us his mobile number, Mark?
Yes, mate. One moment, please.
One moment, caller.
Here's one for you, Steph. My lad started work today.
And
Started his first job ever. And the guy that's training him is a gentleman called Mick Taylor,
right.
who is one of God's chosen few.
Is he really?
He is.
What's he training him to be?
Sorry?
What's he training him to be?
Just an order picker for next.
All right. Cool.
Right. Bear with me.
Cheers, Mark.
PM'd it you, mate.
I'm going to have to come off, boys. I've ordered my back here.
You okay, Gary?
No, I've ordered my back here. I can hardly move with it.
What have
I'm
you
going to
done?
have to come off here. I don't know what's going into my legs and everything. I'm going to have to come off.
Yeah.
Take care, Gary.
Take care, mate.
Right,
Oh,
give me a
dear.
sec. I'm going to give him a call.
Boba Fett's looking stunning, Dave.
Thank you. So, can't really go wrong with these Bandai kits. You know,
No, I've done one myself.
which one do you get?
The X-Wing.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll probably end up making most of them. I reckon I've got. So this one, I've done the, obviously the Snow Speeder, the AT-AT, the Y-wing. Now Boba Fett, and I've got Slave One to do. I was looking at. I wish I'd do an Imperial shuttle, which is one of my favourite Star Wars ships, but
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else does one. Just after that, F-18, it's nice. Something that actually fits together is a quite another.
Who made that?
The Rebel,
F-18.
the F-18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Revel.
Ah.
Revel. Not one of their finest, I think. I was talking to a mate of mine, and he said well, it's interesting because there were a few parts missing when it turned up, and the replacement ones were far better came from Germany. They were far better molded than the ones that came with the kit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, because it was basically designed and produced. It was first announced at the 2016 Nuremberg Toy Fair, and it wasn't released till this time last year.
Yeah.
So there's obviously that, and I think they just said we've got to get it out the door because it's the first modern kit I've built where there are major revisions listed in the instructions that need doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as I said before, it felt even the blooming decals had seam lines on them. Everywhere you look, there was a seam line. But now it's finished. I mean, I'm looking at it now. I mean, it looks like an F-18, but
yeah,
you could. I mean, I was very, very careful doing the construction of it, and there were still fit issues. If you went out at hammer and tongs, you could get to a stage where you wouldn't be able to finish it because it just wouldn't fit together. So yeah, not for the faint-hearted, but yeah, now it's finished. I mean, it very much looks like an F-18. The dimensions look correct. The surface detail. I think what they did is they tried to just simply update their original Hornet, where this is obviously a Super Hornet, and it's not quite as easy as that. Yeah, you could see they've obviously got on. Well, there's a 2-seat option that they're going to be doing. I would have thought you can see because there's a cutaway at the rear of the cockpit, which would obviously incorporate that. But yeah, I mean, out of the box, again, obviously I got the photo etch details for the cockpit, which made a difference. But yeah, I mean, it would be a pretty detailed kit out of the box. I think the design isn't fantastic, and and I think if it'd been molded in Germany, it would have been a better kit. But I think it was probably done by Monogram in America, and they never were fantastic. But it's done now. But I was talking to the editor about it because I said, how long do you aim to do 3 or 4 picture captions per page?
Yeah.
And I said, I've got 50 picture captions. Yeah. So how long do you want the book to be? He said, make it, aim for 9-10 pages. Do as much as you want. So, but maximum of 10 pages. But you could fill that up with the amount of things that had to be, the problems that were encountered during the build process. But so you got to suggest titles. So I was going to call it Grey Rhino, because apparently Rhino is the call sign, unofficial call sign they use for it on the carriers.
Yeah.
For the Super Hornet, but I did want to call it the effing 18, but I don't think that's going to pass muster.
It'd have been that.
Just spoken to Gary.
Sorry, Steph.
I've just spoken to Gary. So he's in a lot of pain, bless him. It's running straight down his legs. So he's gone to lay down. I'm going to give him a call when we come off just to make sure he's still all right.
Yeah.
But you can tell, but in the sound of his voice, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
You know the poor bloke feels. So is the F-18 in the next issue, Dave?
Oh, I don't think it'll be out till next year, Steph. Now,
okay.
Normally it's a lead time. It depends. I mean, sometimes it will be out. I reckon probably. Well, who knows? But the problem is, if it's a long article, you've almost got to plan the rest of the magazine around it.
Yeah.
And the start of the year, you tend to get they obviously prioritise new Airfix releases and things like that. So it depends. I mean, but yeah, you notice that the longer the article, it's more more difficult to fit in around everything else.
Yeah.
But Julie Owen says, "Hi chaps, we'll call Gary now. My tea break. Hope you're all well." Yeah, we're good, thank you, Julie.
Yeah, if you could please, Julie. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, give Gary. Gary my regards. I'll give him I'll message a bit later or something. Julie and Gary Davis, are you all on mute?
Yeah, this usually happens. We're all sort of concentrating on what we're doing, and everybody goes very quiet. Good Lord, this has got more flash than a paparazzi's night out.
What you on with, Steph?
This Hasegawa half track.
Might be one of their older kids.
Yeah, I think it is.
I remember as a kid getting the my auntie and uncle sent me the Hover Speed Airfix hovercraft.
Oh yeah.
And it was almost just like a vac form, you know what I mean? Just so much flash. It was just like a solid sheet of styrene. You had to kind of cut the parts out. That was a pig of a kit. I don't think I ever finished it. Oh, sorry, Davey. Hold on a minute. So 135th vehicle, should the area be half the model size? Or is there a tip for aerials? So sort of half the length, Davey, is it, or half the height?
All depends what he's building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's it for, Davey?
Oh, it's the armoured car, Davey McElhenney, finishing the German SDKFZ 222.
All right. Is that the radio one?
The one I did was Africa Core. I think they do two versions though. They did a European theatre one and Africa Core.
Yeah, because there's quite a few variations on the half track, isn't there? The 221, the 251. 241 as well, I believe.
Davey McElhenney says no. Isn't the radio car? I never really thought about it, Davey. I just put them. I just trim it till I think it looks right. Pretty much. It's the European. Okay. Because I thought in the desert they'd probably be a bit longer, wouldn't they? Maybe just. Because I know the ID. I was just thinking because the Israeli Defence Force vehicles I've built, their aerials are about 12 feet long. Were you saying you were going to get your PC upgraded soon, Steph?
Yeah, I'm going to get a new processor on it.
Which one are you going to go for?
Probably Ryzen 7.
Oh, okay. They reckon they can't make them fast enough, those new AMD Ryzen chips.
No, they can't. It's
Ryzen, mine's a 5 or a 7.
Yeah, I've got a Ryzen 3 in there. It's okay, but I need it for the processing of the videos and stuff.
So you want to give when you do. Oh, so sorry. Here we go. Julie Owen says, "Hi guys, speaking of Gary, he's away to bed. His back goes like this every year. It takes him a while to recover."
Okay.
Thanks for letting us know, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you get it done, Steph, give. I think you can have a free. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but on Steam you can have a free trial. The Star Wars Squadrons.
Can you?
I don't. I think on release they did. I don't know if they're still doing it.
Ooh.
But it is amazing. It is just the original X-Wing was one of my favourite computer games, and this is, yeah, amazing.
We'll have to have a look at that then.
But even so, I think it's $40, which translates about 33 quid. It's not a full price game anyway. But yeah, no, it's really quite something.
Yeah, looking forward to playing that little tinker.
Oh yeah, multiplayer. Well, I had a quick go at multiplayer. Didn't last very long. So, and it's really, I mean, the whole ship management thing. You know, you can change you got engines, lasers, and shields, and you can move the power around, so you can prioritize your shields if you're attacking it. But attacking the capital ship is just like being in the film. It's amazing.
No.
And also, if you're doing Bandai style, very good. Get some very good reference for the ships.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because obviously there's a bit where you're in the hangar before you take off, and you can walk around. So like you got an X-wing, you can wander right the way around it, and yeah. So yeah, very excellent, really good.
Oh, nice. That will give you some really good reference material, won't it?
Oh, I was. What was it? There was something. It was. Oh, yeah, that was it. It was the on the Y-wing diorama. It was the shuttle hangar transport. There was something I can't remember what it was now, but again, I had a quick look on the game because before you take off for a mission, you're obviously in the hangar, and there was one in the background, and so no, it's very useful.
Nice.
A bit buggy at the moment, but I think they're updating it almost on a daily basis. So I haven't played it for a week or so. I was going to have a look tonight, but because every patch, I mean, it runs fine. It will just sometimes it will just there's the odd crash and the odd glitch, but seem to be sorting it out.
Cool. There's a lot of people are saying it's the first time they've actually made a really good Star Wars game.
Yeah, and it's Electronic Arts, which for the company that's been voted the worst company in America for 2 years running is. But they were saying, I mean, what they've done is they've not pushed to make it a full size game and put a load of stuff. And there's no microtransactions either, which is another thing. Because the problem is they do that. They basically strip out effectively, bits of the game and make you pay for it. But they're not going to do that. But then having said that, they're not. Well, I think they will. They're saying they weren't going to add any extra content for it. But it's been such a success. I think they will do. I think it's been. They reckon it's sold really well, and they'd be silly not to really. But they've actually. Because I made a real mess of it. I never played it, but my godson used to play Star Wars Battlefront, and that was an absolute joke when it came out. And they've kind of learnt their lesson with this a little bit, I think. So
yeah, all those bloody microtransactions.
Yeah,
that's what killed it.
Well, it's the same. I mean, years back, used to play Battlefield, and the problem is they'd say, "Oh, you don't have to download all the DLC or." But you did, because if you were going cycling through maps and there was you're playing with a bunch of people and there's maps that you didn't have, you just crashed the desktop. It was, But hopefully, I think Electronic Arts have almost just let someone get on with it and do the game they wanted to do, and it's paying dividends,
Yeah. Well, it makes a change that EA have done that, because normally they've got the sticky little fingers all over it.
Well, I think the money they must have lost just, honouring. There's so many. I mean, as I said, Star Wars Battlefront, and I think probably, well, you know what Disney are like. Disney probably said, look, if you're going to use our intellectual property, it needs to be done properly. Because it's a shame, because the old LucasArts games were excellent.
Yeah, they were.
But X-Wing, TIE Fighter, excellent game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mando coming out.
Sorry?
I'm looking forward to Mando coming out.
When's that out?
October 30th.
Okay.
Nope, shouldn't be talking about this because Gary doesn't like Star Wars. He's only just recently watched New Hope.
I know. Right. Can't seem to get started today. I'm sat staring at this figure for about the past half hour.
Yeah. You get like that though some days, don't you? It's just like really, and you just sit and stare at it, and
Yes, I think just deciding what I'm going to do next. But
yeah,
just realised that these these darkened panels around here, which are an absolute pain to mask, are actually decals on the kit. So I could have saved myself a whole lot of. Oh well, there we go. Oh, shit,
poor old Gary never did get his coffee, did he?
Unless he made it on his way to the pit.
Yep, gone quiet again. How many you got watching? Got 3 watching. One of those is probably Gary laid flat on his back, checking up on us. You know what he's like.
Yeah. Well, welcome, viewers. Interact with us. Tell us what's on your bench, what you're up to.
So, talk to us about anything. Let us know.
Few comments. Lewis Williams says, I'm here.
Ooh,
Dave,
scary.
Davey McElhenney, got to go. Roast beef is ready. Really enjoyed the show. We'll post the poppies on the EC group page. Okay. See you later,
Oh,
Davey.
Take
cool.
care, Davey.
Look forward to seeing those, Davey. Take care. Enjoy the beef.
Lewis Williams says, I'm doing a 1/72nd scale tomcat.
Oh, cool.
Tiki.
Is that the Hasegawa one, Lewis? Or Tamiya, I think, do one. Talk to you about anything, lol. Don't say things like that, Lewis.
Should really have put a proviso on that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, yeah. A certain,
A slight caveat.
yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Italeri. Enough said. I think. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Ah, yeah. Because I think Italeri reboxed the Hasegawa one. That's probably where the mold come from. If I'm not mistaken. And they do it to get round import restrictions. I watched interesting, talking to the Tomcat, right? Interesting documentary on the Vigilante.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice looking plane. That Tomcat effectively replaced it, I think.
Mm.
I remember going down to Portsmouth one year as the American carrier USS America was docked in the Solent, and they were doing the old little blue boat tours out to it to have a go round it, to have a look round it. And my endearing memory of it is seeing all the tails of these F-14s hanging over the edge, like they had them all parked on the deck. Sundowners, all the lot. And that's an overriding memory. They couldn't get it any further in because obviously the draft of the vessel, it wasn't, the channels weren't deep enough to take it in any further.
Yeah.
They're huge, aren't they? Those US super carriers are enormous.
This was in the 80s.
They're saying when I was looking at the Haynes manual for the F-18, they were saying that it can be quite a taxiing. The thing on the deck can be quite, because they you know, with where the main gear is effectively behind the cockpit. Yeah. Swinging the nose over the edge of a carrier is quite
Round trouser time.
Yeah, you just gotta hope the crew chief's paying attention.
Isn't there something like that in Hot Shots?
I've never seen all of that film. I should really watch it.
It's a giggle.
Yeah.
The two bomb heads carrying the bombs and banging into each other. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Is that Mel Brooks did that? Is it?
No, that was a Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Mel Brooks is Spaceballs, isn't it? The Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, we was on about that the other week and it was on last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, missed it.
Ludicrous speed.
Check the radar. It's been jammed, sir.
Yeah, and there's jam all over it.
He's gone plaid, isn't he? I like the Millennium Falcons of Winnebago, isn't it? Yeah.
Yogurt. I hate yogurt.
Dark helmet.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Bath as well, isn't it? It's John Candy.
John Candy.
Yeah. That's a bit of a Christmas tradition. Me and if I go and see my sister at Christmas, we always watch Uncle Buck.
Classic.
Yeah.
Pizza the Hut.
Lewis Williamson says, my dad told me about when the US Enterprise anchored near Skegness. They did boat trips out to it.
Yeah, humongous ones. We was crossing one year on White Link to the Isle of Wight, and the USS Ronald Reagan was in, and we couldn't get anywhere near it because the flipping Marine patrol boats, the ribs, were going round protecting it.
Yeah.
They were letting no one near that.
You see, there was I can't remember where it was, somewhere obviously off the coast of the US. I think they sunk an old carrier, make it a natural reef.
That's right.
And it showed you all the charges going off on board. It was pretty spectacular.
Anything that goes bang is spectacular.
Yeah, but especially something that size.
Yeah.
That sounds positively disgusting.
Oh, mixing some paint. That sounds like a euphemism.
Is that what you call it?
Yes, deep cockpit.
So you used your present with the gift card, did you?
Yeah, home delivery.
Special delivery.
Oh,
Admit it, Dave. That's going to make you chuckle forever.
That's good.
You're going to be doing a gig. There'll be an important drum solo or drum break, and you're just going to roar out in fits of laughter because it suddenly just popped into your head.
Yeah. Well, the most inappropriate time. As I said, I literally looked at that and then I started teaching, and I'm just sort of trying to keep it together.
You two getting on all right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark seems to have disappeared.
I'm having a tab.
Nah.
What's time, Steph? You got it to hand?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
bang on 4. I've been cracking on for 2 hours.
So I'd better go in a minute. I was going to do a bit more work on my article.
Cool.
Now I've actually got a computer that can handle editing photos. It's a breeze.
That's
Amazing,
always.
it? Sorry, Steph. Sorry.
I said it's always nice when you can do that.
I just made me realise the amount of time I wasted where the photo editor had just, it couldn't handle it. And it crashed. You'd have to restart it, and it's be interesting when I do edit this video. See how long that takes.
Oh, it will be awesome, mate. You will not believe it.
Yeah, well, so the problem is on the old PC, it was not so much. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a pain. It would same thing. You just wouldn't be out, and it would crash, but it would actually started affecting the quality of the videos because if you did a transition, it would kind of be it wouldn't transition properly because it's obviously not processing the transition smoothly and stuff like. And then I just thought this is just silly. It's not turning out how I want it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I think I'm going to call it. You're right. Carrying on your own, Steph. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
All right. So I'll see you. Dare say some point during. I'm actually off this week, so a bit more time to come on. Hopefully.
Nice. Look forward to it.
Right. See you later, Steph.
Okay. You take care, mate.
Mark. See you later. Bye.
Thank you very much for what you've done, Dave. Really appreciate that. So we've still got another hour to go. Half track is coming along quite nicely.
Yeah, maybe if I get my foot down, hopefully by the end of the week, I may be laying some primer down.
Ooh, get you.
Yeah. Operative word was hopefully.
Piece number 11. There we are.
Ow.
Don't cut your fingers.
No, I didn't. Not some cracked. Where's the other bugger? There, darky. Talk about tight fit.
What? Lion sleeps tonight then?
Sorry?
Lion sleeps tonight then?
Ooh.
What you done? What you done, Mark?
Well, because it gives you two different options for the tail planes.
Yeah.
I've done the wrong one.
That wasn't clever. Why did you do that?
I have absolutely no idea. The only thing I can put it down to is a momentary lapse of reason. And if you know what group did that album,
Momentary lapse of reason.
mm-hmm.
No. Who was it?
Pink Floyd.
Not a big Pink Floyd fan. Even though that is my sort of era.
Oh, horses for courses, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever floats your boat, as they say.
Yarp.
Arr. Okay, where was that? Where was that? What was it?
Keep doing that.
Keep doing what?
I keep doing all my work on the edge of my bench because it's closer to me, rather than doing it under the camera where people can see.
Yeah, I think I'm guilty of that myself, to be honest.
To be honest, I think we all are.
Yeah.
And it's just reminding ourselves occasionally that we need to do that.
That's it.
That boy needs to get his stuff sorted out and get back on.
Who?
Who do you think?
Well, can't do it. He needs to get well. He needs to take care of himself.
I know it was said as a rhetorical piss take. What are you up to, Mark? What part?
Rear tail planes.
How many pages did you turn today?
How many pages?
Yeah.
1.
Woohoo! What's your next one after the Tiffy?
I'm not sure. It will possibly be that Mustang from Malcolm.
All right, cool. I've already started the Eagle.
All right.
Yeah.
How's it coming together?
It's a very, very, very simple build.
Yeah.
So I've made it hard.
I've never done sci-fi. Well, I say I haven't done sci-fi. I've done that X-wing. That's about it.
Yeah.
I could never get into Space 1999, not as the television series.
It's quite good. I enjoyed it when it was on. It's on. All of it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I might just have a catch up on it.
Uh-huh.
Why is it you always get the most flash on the finest pieces?
Sod's law, mate. And turn the page again.
Oh, that's 2 pages you've turned.
Yeah. Finish off the rear tail plane. And it's gun bay covers. And it'll be another page. Ooh.
You're not far off getting lots of paint down, are you?
Well, like I said, after all the cockpit and engine work, the rest of it is structural. Apart from, I've just turned the page again, and there's still half a ton of bloody pipe work to go in the sodding undercarriage bays. So I think I spoke too soon. But it's been all right. The kit's been brilliant, apart from a few miscasts, short shots on, like, for the rudder and the armor plating behind the pilot seat. That I had to scratch build.
Yeah.
As again, that was a short shot, and I just tried using fillers around it, but the part wasn't sturdy enough to take it. So I basically had an old store card in effect. So I just cut that.
Oh, nice. So you used an old credit card type thing?
Oh, just an old store loyalty card, which we don't use anymore.
Yeah, nice. I like that idea. Chuck that in the back pocket.
Indeed. I won't charge you for it. You're all right. Never charge a brother.
Thank you very much, mate.
Not a problem, Steph. Anything for a fellow plum.
Yep.
How's Lisa? Is she all right?
Yeah, she's fine. She sat watching Once Upon a Time. Couple of comments. Lewis, just an hour? Yeah, just an hour left, mate. No, 40 minutes. Pink Floyd a bit before my time. Still going now. So how can it be a bit before your time?
Who was that? Lewis?
Yeah.
Get him checked out, Lewis.
I think he's pulling your leg. Have you seen how much grey hair that bloke's got? You won't believe he's only 15. Oh, he's going to slate me for that one.
More than possible.
If he is 15, that's in trouble.
One.
Really has to go. Why is it when model companies make something with a bend in the corner, they have to put the sprue gate on that bend?
Because they like to be awkward.
There must be something about it that because it is a bend, the sprue gate has to go on there or something.
Mm.
Either that or, as you said, they're just being awkward to modelers. Work with that one, you get.
Yeah.
Got to get aggressive with this. Get in.
Oh dear. It's the other part that's gluey.
Lewis says, "You cheeky beep beep beep. I dye my hair. I dye my hair to look distinguished." That's your excuse, Lewis, and you're sticking to it. I'm sure. It's,
Ooh, okay. Fitted in quite well.
what's that?
Rudder. Wait 30 seconds for that to dry. Excuse me. Is that Poppy or the neighbour's dog?
Neighbour's dog. Poppy doesn't bark. Unless she's asleep and chasing things.
Ah.
That is the only time she ever barks.
Yeah. Contact her for this one.
Right, what time is it? It's 1:30, Mark. How do you feel about knocking on the head?
Yeah. I'm ready to start the rest of that page, but
Yeah.
tail plane complete.
There we go. One half track made. In 2.5 hours.
Nice.
Well done. So it just
Was it
needs
251?
I believe so. I'm not too sure. It's personnel carry one.
Yeah. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's either hood up or hood down. So I'm doing the hood down, and I'm going to go and have a look for a 1/72nd scale. Is it 1/72nd? Yeah, 1/72nd scale. 88 mil.
Yeah.
And do the whole bio with the 88 mil and all this. So yeah, it be done.
Nicely done.
Right.
A credit to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Lee.
No
Right, then,
problem.
say goodbyes, Mark.
Goodbye, all. Take care of yourselves. Be safe in this current climate. Don't do anything we wouldn't.
Yep. And Lewis, quick
Sorry.
one from Lewis. He says, "No, if you finish, I'll have to go watch The Greatest Showman." Bye, Lewis. Enjoy. Oh, dear, bless him. Remember, guys, stay safe and keep on modelling.